Assalamu alaikum. This is Megan White answering your question here at About Islam. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first of all to ease your affairs and to help you and your wife come out of the debt and the situation that you're in since you lost your job. So the first thing that comes to mind regarding your situation is this. What has prevented you from looking for any job out there? Now, maybe you've already done this, but when someone gets laid off from work, oftentimes they're consistently trying to find work within the same field. And rightly so, of course. You would like to get paid what your talents, based on what your talents are, what your skills are, and what you're worth, right? But if it's been 2 years and you've not been able to pick up a job again, then what I would recommend is that you start looking for work in any place that you can find it. Because even though you may not find the ideal job, even though you might not find the ideal situation, maybe it's not the kind of work you ever thought you would do, coming home with money and coming home with a paycheck and coming home with any form of provision would be far better for you than the situation that you're in now. You know, at the time that you sent in your question, you said your wife was heavily pregnant. She's been crying all the time. Obviously, she's worried about what's going to happen in the future. And on top of that, it's starting to tear you guys apart. I would like to see you do whatever is humanly possible for you to provide for your family. The level of provision, that is up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. None of us know what our provision is going to be. But all of us know that there are a few things we should consistently be doing. One, of course, is making dua on a consistent basis. 2, looking to leave any sin that you may be committing in your life and trying to make sure that you're doing everything you can to purify your life. But 3 is to go out and apply for every single job you can. Whether that's a regular restaurant, whether that's a gas station, whether that's your local library, like I don't know what's around you in the area you're in, but even if it's a job that's, lower tiered than where you were before, something is better than nothing. Making that initiative, going to work, bringing home money will be better for you. It'll be better for your confidence. It'll be better for your family because your wife will see that you're willing to do whatever it takes to take care of your family, even if it means getting a job in an area that you never thought you would work. Another thing to consider is we live in this time where we are blessed with, connection to the internet. And on the internet, of course, are a lot of online platforms where people do freelance work. So I don't know what your skill sets are, but there are companies like Fiverr.com, for example, and others where you can, put out some of your skills and look to get jobs and start earning income without needing anything except your laptop or whatever tools you might need to do that job and, a space connected to the internet. And so there are some people that make a full-time living with freelance contracting, but other people, they use it as ways to just add income on the side to whatever it is that they are doing. So that's another option for you to pursue. A third one, of course, is talking to everyone you know, letting them know that you're looking for a job. Does anyone have one? Please keep you in mind. Sharing your resume with other people. Again, what the outcome of all of these efforts are, that is up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But it's really important for, again, yourself and your sincerity in this situation and for your wife and those who are helping you to see that you are willing to do whatever it takes to take care of your family, that you are willing to go out, you are willing to talk, you are willing to meet, you're willing to get 100 rejections if necessary to find that one person that says, I'm going to give you a shot. Please take this seriously in terms of what you're able to do. And I know that as a man, this is very, very hard for you. I'm sure that this has been embarrassing for you to be in this situation, but it's only going to get worse if you don't start taking massive action and working towards what you want. So again, maybe you've applied and you've started to give up. Keep applying. Ask for people's advice on your resume. Ask for people who may be able to give a good word for you. Use your social media to your benefit. Let others know that you're currently looking for a new position. These are your skill sets. Does anybody know anyone that's hiring right now? There's no shame ever in looking for a job, making that career change, pivoting to something new. But for sure, you're never going to feel positive if you're not taking these concrete, consistent steps. Now, I don't know about where you live, which I believe is in the UK, but I bet there's something similar there, whereas here in the US, there are even organizations where someone that's in business or different areas, from engineering field to business field, sales, like depending on, the area where you have the most qualified skill set, they will come and meet with you and they will give you advice about the industry, what's changing, recommendations or certifications that you could take that'll help you get your foot in the door again. There's a lot of free advice out there, so if you haven't sought some of those avenues, please consider going down them. So everything and anything that you can do, inshallah, from side work, from talking to people, from posting, letting people know you're looking for a position, calling old employers, letting them know that you're currently looking for a position and do they know anyone? Is there any openings again? Now, granted, if you got laid off because of something negative, it's going to be a little bit hard to go back to your old company. But if it was just layoffs, because companies do that sometimes to save money, having a conversation, being, maybe consistently trying to reach out for any open positions, any opportunities at all, perhaps some of these can yield some results for you. So, seek advice, talk to other people, network with other people, do your absolute best so that every day, even if you're not working, you're working on getting that job, you're working on finding that income, you're working on, getting your foot in the door somewhere. And I ask Allah to truly ease the situation for the both of you and to provide from you in ways that you never even imagined. As for this idea that your relationship was never strong from the beginning, I think now is also a great opportunity to work on strengthening your marriage. What is it that's missing between the two of you? Definitely, this financial situation is a huge strain, and for sure, it's really, really hard for you both right now. But you're going to be a father soon, and your wife is going to need so much support at a level that is completely different than she's ever needed before. These are the areas you can absolutely succeed in. Even though right now money is a challenge, reading books about becoming a father, reading books about what's going to happen to your wife, reading books about newborn babies and how to take care of them, reading blog posts about, how to support your wife when she's had a baby, becoming that outstanding husband and father, that's free. And that's something that you can do with some of the time that you have. That's something that you can absolutely succeed in. Be there for her, caring for her, listening to her, talking to her, taking care of her, nurturing her, doing everything you can with your character, with your heart, and all of your effort to be prepared and to be there and to totally succeed in this new chapter in your marriage. Maybe things weren't perfect from the beginning. That's okay. Every single couple has to work at building an outstanding relationship. And all of that is something that you guys can do with intentional efforts. And so I'd really like to invite you to step up to the plate in this area to absolutely supersede all of her expectations of the kind of man that you're going to become as not just a husband, but a father as well. Be the best you can possibly be. And with that extra time again that you do have, you're available to be with her. You're available to support her. Trust me when I say that newborns are a lot of work, and recovering from pregnancy and birth and all of that is really, really difficult for a lot of women. So you have the opportunity to be there. And even though you guys are in such a hard time, perhaps one day you're going to look back and see this was a really difficult test that you went through. But you know what? There are some really great memories in there too. There's you being there for the birth. There's you supporting your wife. There's you taking care of her. There's you bringing her water so she doesn't forget when she's nursing her baby. There's you being there to whatever it is, clean the house, vacuum, take on these roles. It's you guys building that family. It's you guys building those memories together. It's you earning the pleasure of Allah in doing any single deed you can do to take care of yourself, to take care of her, to take care of the little one that's coming into your lives. So I hope this gives you some hope, some places to begin, some new goals to focus on. And again, may Allah ease your affairs and bless both of you and your family. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.